Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is Gibbs the Grey, and today I'm going to be reviewing the game Elder Scrolls Blades. The video is sourced to you directly from my iPhone through my Twitch account. I will start off by rating the game based on my patented butt system, and then tell you how I got the rating based on mechanics, music, and overall storyline. Without further ado, I rate this game an overall rating from 2 butts being the worst to not at all butts being the best. It gets a solid 1 butt. Though this isn't the first mobile game the company has produced, I was hoping it would at least take cues from the first. The very first mobile game being released in the early 2000s was the Elder Scrolls Travels series, which were massive, sprawling dungeon-crawling worlds. Offered on a handheld console that only played a specific game that it was sold with, the game was popular for those that had the buying power for individual consoles and pretty much no one else. My excitement for a game like that did ebb slightly as the game's launch date was pushed back by about 4 months. Then again, when I got to download but not play the game for another week. But nevertheless, I was looking forward to the mobile launch. The advertisers made it seem like the Traveler's game, which I found greatly appealing. Then I finally played the game. If I had to briefly describe the game, the words "why bother" may appear multiple times. The game mechanics are crude with a first-person tap and go, that is, you tap and your character goes there, or a virtual stick movement that half the time thinks you're trying to pan your camera, because the world is not meant to be meaningfully interacted with. Besides the enemies and odd glowing items that can be picked up, the stage is one big set piece. The combat is dull and tedious, where you must hold down your finger to ready an attack and release it at just the right time to deal the most damage, or to press the block button at the right time to stun your opponent. Then there's the civilization building and loot crates. The game heavily relies on its RNG gambling system, the treasure chests. The 3 most common chests are gold, silver, and wood. The wood chest is typically full of near useless trash, like common crafting components, and takes 5 seconds to open. The second has some good stuff in it, and takes approximately 3 hours to open, or you must pay 36 gems, the game's premium currency. The gold chest takes 5 hours to open, or something to the tune of 70 gems. I don't know for sure, and I'm not interested in checking. The civilization building is one of the more interesting parts of the game, but ultimately, it is again a why bother scenario. I find myself asking, what's even the point to it? The music is fairly decent, though it lacks the je ne sais quoi of a traditional Elder Scrolls series. In fact, at several points, I had to ask myself whether this music was for the Elder Scrolls or whether it was taken from Bethesda's other cash cow, the Fallout series. As for the story, well, it might be more compelling if it were actually compelling. Additionally, the fact that I have to grind like crazy the same repetitive fetch quests or extermination quests just to engage in the story without dying in 2 hits is rather ridiculous. Thank you, sir, but I'm not interested in going to the same dungeon for the 8th time today to eliminate 5 goblins who have made their residence there. But thank you so much for asking. What's that? It's not optional? Because I need to level myself up twice and the village once in order to play the main storyline, which is the whole reason why I'm playing this stupid game in the first place? Well, you've convinced me, Todd Howard. I'll stop supporting your bullshit games. Skyrim Ultimate, Fallout 76, Skyrim Samsung Smart Fridge Edition, and now this? Hello, you have truly fallen, Bethesda Games and ZeniMax Productions. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like what we do here, feel free to like and subscribe, and if you're feeling extra generous, be sure to support us on our Patreon, link in the doobly-doo below. Any questions, comments, or concerns can be voiced and will be answered. Until next time, see ya! First, Fallout 76, Skyrim Ultimate, and Skyrim Sang Sam Skyrim Sang Skyrim Ultimate, Fallout 76, Skyrim Samsung Smart Fridge. Yep.